I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm not even sure if I want to share this, but before I change my mind, I'm going to make this video and I guess just give it away for free. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take your website traffic and turn it into paying clients. So this is the most efficient process that I have found that works the best. So we're just going to hop right into traffic sources. So you have your website, right, and there's always different ways you can get traffic, and there's even more than this probably. But you can get traffic from podcasts, people looking up your website from a podcast, influencers talking about your brand or business. So people will come there to look up your website. SEO, search engine optimization, LLMs. You could show up in ChatGPT. People could go from your content to your website. People could go from your ads to your website. Client referrals, people could check you out. Word of mouth, people talking about you, right? So these are all different ways that we could have traffic come to our website. Now down below is all different ways that we can capture that traffic, whether it's lead magnets, events like in-person events or webinar registrations, RB2B, which is basically like, I can never say the word, de-anonymize. It basically, so when someone goes on your website, you usually track the data with Google Analytics, but Google Analytics only gives you like demographics. So basically, for example, they give you like the age group, they give you like the gender, they give you where they live, but you don't know their name or their company name, like the stuff that actually matters, right? So you have no way to really reach out to them unless you just, I guess, create a custom audience and hit them with ads. But you don't know their name, right? So there's a lot of potential that's untapped. For example, some people have like 10,000 website visitors a month, but only maybe 10 people fill out the form. So there's all these different people that's, untapped potential, right? And then you have chatbots. This could be customer support, so chatbots in the corner for customer support, and then half form fill. So there's stuff like you could track, for example, if someone halfway fills out a form, like they put in their email in the form and then they click off the website, we capture those keystrokes in our form and we could hit them with an email or a cold call. Okay. And then we have VSL the form. So this is video sales letter to form. So you have a video sales letter on your website and then you have a form below for them to fill it out. And then they could also call. So there's a call button on your website. They call you from there. And then you have your contact us form where they can contact you about any questions. So we're going to start with this. So lead magnets, for example, I'm in the cold email industry. So I could have a lead magnet that pops up. It could be a book, right? And you say, get my book on how to do cold email A to Z. We're going to talk about clay, scoring, deliverability protocols, infrastructure, all that stuff. Something that really entices them. Really, the lead magnet should be around pain points that your ideal customer has, right? And then you could have events, webinars, right? Same stuff. So what we do is when someone takes a lead magnet, right? They give you their email, their phone number, or whatever. We're going to send that data to a clay table. A clay table is essentially just a spreadsheet. It's a fancy name for spreadsheet. It's a clay table. Same thing with events. Same thing with RB2B. So RB2B, they don't even got to fill out a form. If they come on our website, we're sending them to our clay table. So if we have 10,000 people that come on our website, we're sending 10,000 people to that clay table a month. Right? And then we had chatbots and half form fills. We're sending all this data to clay. So what we do is once they get into clay, we enrich them. So we're going to figure out their head count, what their technology stack is, if we need to know what technology they're using, blah, blah, blah. We're going to enrich them. And then based off those enrichments, we're going to score those leads to see if they match ICP. If they don't match ICP, we stop and we don't move forward. If they do match ICP, we will add them to newsletter if they opt in. So event, lead magnets, chatbots, we will add them to a newsletter. If it's RB2B and half form fills, we didn't get their consent, so we're not going to add them to a newsletter. Now, if they do get added to a newsletter, we have a 7-day sequence, a welcome sequence where we're giving them a bunch of value, and then eventually try to get them to convert. Okay. Now, based on the score, we're going to route this to a specific SDR. So the better the lead, we give the better leads to the better SDRs. We give the worst leads to the worst SDRs. So based on the score, we'll route it to the specific SDR we need to. So like if it's a bad lead, but it still matches ICP, but barely, we'll route it to our worst SDR and have them follow up with them. But we want to make sure our best SDRs are, working on the best leads. And then we'll have an automation go off where the whole team sends a friend request to that lead. This basically is going to nurture them with content forever. So not only are they going to see our newsletter every single week or daily, if you guys do daily newsletters, but they're also going to see our content. And they're going to see the whole team's content every single day. So the whole team's going to be posting content every single day, value-adding content. This is going to build trust with the lead, get them familiar with the brand. So this is going to nurture them. So we're hitting them from many different angles, right? We're going to hit them with the newsletter. We're going to hit them with the LinkedIn content nurturing, and then we're going to start to hit them with ads. So we could talk about ads in a different video, but we're going to start hitting them with ads. And then we're going to enrich the prospect further. If we got consent, if it's a tier 1 opt-in, we'll cold text them. We'll hit them with a voicemail drop. We'll have our SDR cold call them. We'll cold DM them. We'll cold email them. And we'll do this all like in a flow. So it's not like all at once. Like day 1, we're going to do this. Day 2, we're going to do this. Day 3, we're going to do this. And then our goal is to try to book a call. So once we book a call, we're going to have our SDR or our account executive call and try to pull in that meeting. So it's like Alex Ramosi was talking about this. He said sales calls that happen today are sales calls that are scheduled for today. Like if it's today and they schedule the call for today, it's way more likely to close than if they schedule a week from now. They're more likely to no show. So we want to get all our sales calls booked within today or tomorrow. Okay, so it's either whenever a lead comes in, we want them to hop on a call with us today or tomorrow, or worst case, the day after that, because their emotion, the state that they're in, could go away a week from now. They could forget about us a week from now. But if they book it today, they're not going to forget, and they're way more likely to close. Literally, the sooner they book from the current time, so if it's right now, the sooner they book that call to the time it is right now, the more likely they are to close. Like it's literally directly correlated. So we're going to have our SDR, if they book a time tomorrow, we're going to call them up, try to pull in that meeting for today. And then we'll also qualify them on the phone too. So then after we get that meeting booked, we're going to begin our show up SOP. So this is basically just all our reminders that are automated with Calendly. Also, we'll have our account executives start texting them, doing the 3 text. And then we'll have our pre-call flow. So the pre-call flow will be testimonials. So day 1, before the call, we'll have some testimonials, which is like case studies and stuff like that. We'll also kind of talk about what to expect in the call. We might hit them with another VSL on the process. The second email would be more testimonials, just more information. And then if we close the deal, we'll do a soft handoff to the customer success manager for onboarding. If no, we'll begin the follow-ups, or we'll try to book a meeting from the meeting. So on the call, if we don't close them, we'll try to book a meeting from the meeting. And then worst case, if we don't close them, there's more to all this, guys. I'm just showing you high level. They will be getting nurtured with content. They'll be getting nurtured with their newsletter. They'll be getting nurtured with our ads. And then we'll also lead reactivate them in 3 or 6 months if they don't close right now. So that's the process of this whole thing, guys. So all this traffic come from here. And if they do any one of these events, this is the process we bring them through. Okay. Now, VSL the form, this means they're booking a call with us right away, right? They want to hop on a call. You don't really got to bring them. You don't really got to try to get them to book a call because they booked the call themselves. So once they book a call, we'll send that data to Clay. We'll score the lead based on ICP. If they don't match ICP, we'll cancel the booking. If they match, we'll add them to the newsletter. And then we'll route them to the SDR or account executive based on score and the team. Well, then we'll have our LinkedIn automation go off to have the whole team friend request them. And then we'll try to pull in that call, begin to show up SOP, the same thing I talked about with the pre-call flow, and then the same thing down here. Okay, now if they call us, we try to qualify them, and then we'll try to change this, qualify the prospect. Qualify the prospect, and then we'll self-book them on Calendly. If they qualify, we'll try to get them on a meeting. Once they get booked, we'll score the lead after we qualify them, see if they actually match ICP or they don't. If they match, we'll add them to the newsletter. We'll route them to a certain SDR or account executive based on score. Have the whole team from request them on LinkedIn. Try to pull the call in if possible. Begin show up SOP, same process. And then lastly, our contact us form. So we'll score the lead, right? Well, if they do not match, we'll stop. If they match, we'll add them to the newsletter, route to the specific SDR based on score. Then we'll have the whole LinkedIn, we'll have the whole team LinkedIn from request them, start to hit them with ads. We'll enrich the prospect. We'll cold email them. We'll cold DM them. We'll cold call them. We'll cold text them. If we got a tier 1 opt-in, voicemail drop them, self-book, and then we'll self-book them from the outreach unless they do it through the ads. And then route to account executive based on score. Try to pull in the call. Try to pull in the call, begin to show up SOP, close deal. So that's really the whole process. It can go a little bit deeper, but I kind of want to keep a high level. That's basically the process, guys, of how to really maximize your website traffic through all these channels, and then how to capture it through many different ways. Some people just have a form. Think about it. Some people just have a form on their website, right? So they're missing out on all this opportunity. And arguably one of the most powerful ones is RB2B. So yeah, guys, I hope this kind of opens up your eyes a little bit if you guys aren't doing this. And here's a process you guys can follow. I didn't really want to give this away, but I did it for you guys. So I hope this helps you. If you guys have any questions on the process, want to see any more videos on go-to-market strategies or RevOps, just comment down below. And please, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. But that's it for now. Bye-bye.